What's up everyone? Today we're going to review the Yi M1 digital camera. It records in 4K, takes 20 megapixel stills and only costs €135.
Let's have a closer look at the specs. The Yi M1, Yi by the way stands for Young Innovators, can record video in 4K at 30 frames per second, 1080p at 60 frames per second and 640p at 120 frames per second. It takes up to 20 megapixel stills and it can do 50 megapixel interpolated, but I wouldn't recommend that. It carries a micro four thirds size sensor, meaning it is not the best in low light, but it will support a ton of lenses. It comes in black and silver, and either has a 12 to 40mm lens with an f3.5 to 5.6 aperture, or a 42.5mm prime lens with an aperture of f1.8. The prime lens is of course a little bit more expensive. Let's talk about the price. I got it for €135, which is about $160. I got it on a Dutch eBay, but it was still new. Do some good research and you'll find them used for similar pricing. However, when buying it new, it is still a cheap camera, coming in at $299 for the kit I have. Operating the camera is as easy as it gets. It has a non-articulating touchscreen which gives you control over pretty much everything. You can even focus by touching the screen. When you want to adjust the aperture, shutter speed or exposure value, simply tap it and turn the nice feeling knob on the upper right. If you want to access the menu, swipe to the right. Inside the menu you'll find all the options you'll need if you're not a professional photographer or videographer. Don't swipe to the left. Just don't. Almost all the icons speak for themselves here. However, when you want your video to be stabilized, which will be electronic by the way, you'll have to turn down the resolution to 1080 even though the icon says it's on at 4K. Ah, 4K, I love it. Even though the M1 has a smaller sized sensor, when the light is good the performance of this camera is amazing. Super crispy 4K with nice colors. And silky smooth slow motion at 1080p. Autofocus is alright, especially after the firmware update to version 3.0, but it is nothing like the Sony A series for example. Manual focus is very easy with the smooth focus ring, but it will shake up your video, so be aware of that. You can shoot JPEG and RAW at the same time, which is a really nice feature to have on such a small camera. There are a few cons though. It has no audio jack, and if you plug in an external monitor to the HDMI port, you cannot record video. It will go straight into playback mode. Also, the shutter speed is set quite slow in auto mode, but don't be lazy and just set it yourself. Furthermore, the lack of optical image stabilization is quite the bummer, but this can be fixed with a gimbal of some sort. Concluding, the Yi M1 is crazy good bang for your buck, especially when you pick it up second-hand for under 150 bucks. It is the best camera you can get for the price, period.